Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Strategy703, the one and only Jolter Gaming, and the coach of the inner Milotic. Back again with some more Pokemon Showdown action for you today. This is our Week 2 matchup against the Las Vegas Gardevoir and Gustavo N77. A link to the team builder for this game will be in the description of this video as per usual, and you can see the team that I ended up bringing on the left, as well as the specific sets that I ended up bringing in that team builder. And on the right, you can see the Pokemon that he ended up bringing. This was the last week before we started doing live matches, so you'll actually get to see my predictions for the first time when I go up against our Week 3 match, which is the Meet Your Man time. But for now, we're just going to go with what we have. So we ended up bringing the Terrakion, Pyroar, Thundurus Incarnate, Florges, Alolan Muck, and Mega Sceptile. The only mon that really surprised me here was the Pyroar. I was definitely not expecting to see this thing here. Not like incredibly shocking, but definitely caught me a little bit off guard. But things to watch out for other than that are not really much. Webs hurt him really badly. The thing, if he'd brought Regice, like I had been fearing, the webs wouldn't have really mattered that much because the thing's so bulky anyway. It's not usually run with speed investment. So with this, the only thing that will be immune to the webs, especially because he doesn't have hazard removal, is the Thundurus, and I have ways of taking care of that, including my Galvantula, and my Serena, as well as my bulkier Silvally. But anyway, we're just going to go ahead and start off this replay. And he's going to lead with his Terrakion. I'm going to lead with my Galvantula, just get up webs. He's going to Swords Dance up. I do have the Focus Sash, so this doesn't concern me that much. And plus, this means that webs are on the field to stay. Not only that, but he's not Scarf, so he's probably some sort of Life Orb set that I can gauge from this right at the very beginning, which is pretty good. So he's not Choiced, he's not Banded, he's not Scarfed, he's not whatever. He's just, I don't know what he is at this point, but at the same time, that means that my Landorus, because I am speed invested, can outspeed this thing and just kill it. But anyway, he goes for the Stone Edge and misses. That's a pretty big deal. It means that my Galvantula, if he decides to get up Ross, or like T-Spice or something, like any form of hazards, my Galvantula doesn't really care. My Focus Sash is retained, which is pretty nice. Like I said, I would have lived the hit regardless, even if he did crit me, even if he did hit me. This just means that I get to live a little bit longer to annoy stuff like the Alolan Muck and the Sceptile. I'm just going to Volt Switch out of here, and I'm going to go into my Landorus, as I said before, because this thing can't do anything, knowing that it's choiced. He's going to go into my Thundurus, and I'm going to hard switch out into my Galvantula again, predicting an HP Ice. I didn't really want anything else on my team to take the damage, especially if he did go for the T-Bolt. The Alomomola wasn't really an optimal play. And he reveals the Nasty Plot. So he has Swords Dance on his Terrakion and the Nasty Plot on his Thundurus Incarnate. Again, not really worried at this point. Well, at least not yet, because he can't, again, I still have the Sash intact, so he can't really kill me. I'm just going to Volt Switch out. I was predicting him to go into the Terrakion or something. But I'm just going to go into Hydreigon, and he's going to go into his Florges to take the Dragon Pulse. Pretty smart, but I wasn't really over-predicting there. He's going to go for the Calm Mind here, and I go into my Silvally. Now this is a little bit worried. He brought triple setup, which was really, really weird. But then again, I suppose without default support, that's what you got to do. But anyway, I'm just going to deciding, because I don't know what this set is supposed to be. I'm going to fire off a Toxic, and he's going to go for the Moonblast, and judging by that damage, I can tell that he is an offensive variant of Florges. This is like modest special attack. I don't want to bring anything in on this thing. My Galvantula still has use. My Alomomola, despite it being bulky, can get worn down pretty easily, and I don't want to have to deal with this thing setting up in my face. So I'm just going to go for the multi-attack. I'm going to go for the multi-attack, do as much damage as I can to the Florges, and maybe force it to Wish next turn. And that's exactly why I decided to go into my Hydreigon and click the Flash Cannon. Unfortunately, as you can see, that only did 24.4%. I was hoping he would go for the Wish, so I was trying to at least get a kill or at least force a switch, perhaps. Maybe making him think that I did have the Flash Cannon, but I didn't calc the special defense boosts on Calm Mind, and he is going to Moonblast and kill off my Hydreigon, which is unfortunate, but he's going to die to Toxic in the process, so it's not that big a deal. I don't have to deal with this thing anymore, and webs are still up. So here he's going to bring in his Muck, sorry. He's going to bring in his Muck. Here, he's not going to go for the Shadow Sneak to break the Sash, and I'm just going to go back into my Landorus, lower this thing's attack. He's going to go for the knockoff, knocking off my Yachi Berry, which kind of sucks. But here I'm going to make the hard prediction for him to go into the Thundurus, and I go for the knockoff, killing this thing off, which is pretty awesome. And now he's going to go into his Sceptile. I have to switch out into my Galvantula again, predicting the Leaf Storm. He is going to go for the Leaf Storm, and that does 72%. He's a mass special attack once again. I go for the HP Ice, and he lives. It was a roll to kill, unfortunately, and I got a low roll. And he kills me off with the HP Fire, but that's okay, because I can go back into my Landorus. At -2, he isn't able to kill me. He misses, which is definitely unfortunate, because he could have gone into his Muck on the following turn and Shadow Sneak to kill me off. But that's Mons. Leaf Storm has 85 accuracy for a reason, and I just kill him off with an Earthquake in case he switched into the Terrakion. He does go into this Terrakion. Because I know it isn't choiced, I can just kill it with Earthquake because I am speed invested and the Terrakion dies. Here I'm going to make a bit of a weird play. I decide to switch out my Landorus, but I do Scout for the HP Ice, and he does have the HP Ice. But from this damage, I can figure out that he is in fact Spets, not Scarf, because I am Adamant instead of Jolly. He might have been able to outspeed me at -1 with a Scarf, so I wanted to make sure that I played it safe. And based on that damage, because I am especially defensive Alomomola, I can tell that he is Scarf. So that's really good to know, or sorry, that he's Specs. So that means that my Landorus will outspeed him next time. I'm just going to go for the Scalds. Nothing, the game's pretty much over at this point. He can't really do much to me. He goes for the Gaunt Shot on my Wish, and I'm just going to Wish into my Lando to get the Intimidate off. If he had crit me here, if I'd been hit by the Leaf Storm, I might have died. It would have been a roll again. But now I can just sweep up with my Landorus, which is fantastic. Landorus getting 5 kills, and then Silvally getting another kill with the Toxic. So that's GG to the Las Vegas Gardevoir. We get a 3-0, and we go to 1-1 in our Week 2 match. Next week, we go up against the Meet Your Mantine, coached by the Great One, or TG. One of the semi-finalists. Like, he came in 3rd or 4th place last year. Very, very stellar battler. So we're going to have to work hard, and that's also our very first live battle. So get hyped for that. But yeah, so that's it, guys, and I will see you guys next time. Yeah, that's it. So anyway, peace out.